Well, thank you all for coming today to discuss this important amicus brief that I filed along with 44 other members of Congress and all 25 members of the Republican Texas delegation. And we did so in support of our governor and our state elected leaders, as well as our fellow Texans back home. Not only is this president and secretary failing to provide for a common defense and willfully disregarding the laws of the land, they are obstructing our state's effort to protect our citizens and defend our border. Our state leaders have taken a number of measures to defend our border and our citizens over the years since this administration's open border policies and lawlessness and chaos have ensued at our southern border. Operation Lone Star, marshaling our law enforcement from across the state and our National Guard, the deployment of razor wire fencing and buoy barriers, the construction of a state border wall, and now the issue, central legal issue, is that which is involved in Senate Bill 4, which makes it illegal to cross into Texas, makes it a state crime to do so, and people who do perpetrate that crime are subject to apprehension, detention, and or deportation. Now, the Department of Justice is suing the state of Texas on the legal basis that immigration is a sole responsibility of the federal government. However, Texas is making a very different argument on the constitutional basis that A, the federal government has failed to protect, as it says in the Constitution, each and every state from an invasion. That's Article 4, Section 4. And B, that this actual invasion is happening in Texas and is causing imminent danger and putting our citizens at risk. The Constitution is clear and unequivocal. If a state has actually been invaded, or there is imminent danger such that will not permit delay, to use the words of the Constitution, every state has the inherent and sovereign right of self-defense. Two things that are important for people here in Washington to understand about Texans, and I think my fellow Texans will back me up on this. Two very important things. One, Texans will not play passive victim to a failed federal government. And secondly, Texans will not ask permission from a derelict commander-in-chief or a secretary of Homeland Security who refuses to enforce the law in order for us to defend our border and protect our people. Yesterday, the House impeached Alejandro Mayorkas for his dereliction of duty, for his breach of public trust, and the systemic and serious harm it has caused our society. Regardless of what happens in the Senate, I believe that a conviction is coming in November. And not only for Secretary Mayorkas, but for our Commander-in-Chief and his entire chain of command. And with that, I would yield to our Border Caucus Chair and my dear friend from the southeastern region of Texas, Texas 36, Brian Babbitt.